What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If we have not yet met, my name is Johnny Nitafan, and in this video I want to share with you the lessons that I'm learning about growing and scaling a life insurance agency and business. So there's a ton of lessons that I want to share with you in this video that I've taken from multi 7, 8, 9-figure earners in the life insurance industry, and hopefully that this helps you, right? So this is stuff that I'm learning. I'm just trying to document my journey as I'm pretty much growing this thing, and pretty much I want to give as much value to you as possible, as well as document my journey so I can look back 10, 15, 20 years from now, be like, dang, like that's crazy. Those are the lessons that I learned, because one thing that I've been learning is that the teacher learns twice. And so I'm just going to transition straight into these lessons. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lessons that I want to share with you. And the first one is the teacher learns twice. And so as I've been like really helping agents that do come in and start like writing business and getting them paid as quick as possible, one of the things that I've been learning is that the teacher learns twice. And so this is a principle that I've heard about before, but I've really seen it play out in my life. And I'll give you a practical example. So I really try to teach and get like agents that come in into the mindset of like investing in yourself and investing in your business is really good. Like that is something that will constantly pay dividends more and more and more as you go down the road. And you may not see the money at first, but you're paying for education for the future. And so typically people start off on Facebook leads that we actually generate in-house, and so I've been doing that, and I've been really trying to buy back my time. So I've been doing live transfers. And so it's been hard and it's been difficult. And honestly, it was very challenging to move into that because it's like, it was new. It was like a new experience. And I'm like, what if I don't make my money back? What if I don't make my return back? And honestly, it was really good to take that step, take that leap of faith, because the same thing that I'm telling agents every single day, and like as people come in, like it's great to invest in your business and get leads and buy leads and invest into your life insurance business, like I need to do the same exact thing. And so the teacher, like I learned twice, like that's something that I've learned before, but I got comfortable with self-generating leads, with generating leads myself. And it's like, the thing that I've learned is that I've learned again is it's more like reinforcing the lesson that I need to not be scared. The best investment is in myself, and I need to be confident. And maybe I'm not going to see the return right away, but I do know that as I go over time, I'm going to get better and better and better. And there's a learning curve that you have to pass, and I just needed to pass it. So that's the first lesson, that the teacher learns twice. The second lesson that I want to share with you is the rule of 10. So these next 2 lessons are actually from the mentor that I have, David Price, and he taught me these 2 metrics. The only 2 metrics that he tracks and he looks for in his life insurance business is these 2 metrics. So the first one is the rule of 10. So you can essentially predict what your agency is going to be doing in a year from now based on how many people you hire, like licensed agents you hire per month. So let's break this down, right? So say, like hypothetically speaking, my goal is to be in 12 months to be at $1 million a month. So how do I get there? Let's break down the numbers. And so basically based on a large scale and a lot of people recruiting and really bringing agents in, helping them start selling, and really growing massive life insurance agencies that are doing, over 100 million a year, is this exact method, right? So what they did is they started and say I want to get to $1 million. Well, you break that down to people you hire per month. So the rule of 10 is that if you hire whatever amount of agents that you hire, right? Whatever amount of agents you hire per month, you'll be doing 100,000 of that per year. So let's break that down. So I want to be at $1 million a month. What I need to do is you divide that by 10, like each agent is 10,000 that you bring in. So 100 people a month will get me to $1 million a month, because $1 million, or it's actually like 83, I guess. And that's what I need to do. So my goal has been, how do I get to 100 licensed agents hired per month? And so that's been my goal. Like, how do I get practically to 100 agents a month? That's not easy. So I need to like put my head down and grind and like really help other people get there. So say I want to get to 300,000 a month. Well, from there, you do that, and then you have to hire 30 people every month for 1 year. And then on that 12th or 13th month or around there, you're gonna start hitting that. So if you wanna get to 300,000 a month, you gotta be hiring 30 people. If you wanna be doing $1 million a month, well, you need to be hiring about 100 agents a month, right? So you could break that down. If you wanted to be doing 500,000 a month, well, you need to hire 50 licensed agents every single month. So the rule of 10, super great metric that I've learned about. Now the second one is how you project your agency's volume in revenue, right? So if you guys don't know, like how life insurance is tracked, like AP is like, when I say $1 million a month, it means $1 million AP issued. So what that means is that you take the monthly premium, you multiply that by 12, that's annual premium, right? So an average policy, $80 a month, right around $1,000, it's like $960, but you do 1,000. Well, to get to 1,000, so you have the 1,000 AP. Well, to get to $1 million a month, how many of those do I need to do? How many policies do we need to be sold? Well, you take a million, right? You take $1 million, you divide it by 1,000, because average case size, and we need to get 1,000 life insurance final expense policies sold. So how do we get there, right? So it comes down to premium per lead multiplied by leads worked. So let's break that down. So say I'm trying to do $1 million a month, and how much premium are we selling per lead? So typically right around 200, 150 is kind of like the standard right now, but 200 to 300 is where you really start seeing profitability. I talked with an agent the other day. She's doing $500 AP per lead. So say like she's getting 10 leads a week. Well, she's doing $5,000, right? That's all she needs to be able to do $5,000. Now that's super, super, super high. That's top like 1% of people, but average say across the whole agency is $150. Well, that's how many leads that you need to get out to your agency to work. So let's break it down, right? So I'm trying to do $1 million a month, and I don't have the raw data. And so this is a quick hack, or not a hack, but like a tip that I wish I knew earlier, is I wish I would have tracked numbers more, right? So now I track everything. I track presentations, I track close ratio, I track dials, I track contacts, how many sales I make, average case size. I track everything now. So I definitely recommend that. That's just a quick side note. So I want to get to $1 million a month, right? Well, say average what is it called? The premium per lead is 150. So we take that divided by 150, and that comes into 6,666 leads. So that's how many leads we need to work as an agency, right? So now we take that and we divide that by, say we have, I don't know, say we have, I don't know. So pretty much you take that, and then that's how many leads that need to get out. Whether somebody's buying 100 leads a month, or whether that's somebody buying 50 leads a month, whatever it is, your total needs to be that. So here's a quick math. Premium per lead, average premium per lead based on your agency. So like being very conservative, 150, multiplied by leads worked. So I need like 6,666 equals, and that's how much AP that you can expect to do. So that's just a quick metric that I'm learning of, like, okay, how do I get agents to start getting leads, start working leads, so we as an agency can do $1 million, $2 million, whatever it is. First goal is 100,000. How do we crack that? That's the thing that I've been like constantly trying to push for. And today's date is 6/22, 2023. So I have a long way to go. I mean, our best month is 80,000 issued as of today. That's what I've been able to do personally as an agency And so we'll see. This is where I'm starting to get into this next phase of learning, and what I've heard is that the production starts falling 90 days. It's a 90-day cycle. So like, say you bring in people, they're ready, they're rocking and rolling. Well, you'll start seeing it 3 months down the line. And so that's kind of stuff to look at. So premium per lead, huge. Now, this comes from Justin Von Meegen. This is a super, like I have coined, like this is literally, oh my gosh, this one is so good, right? So if you're take notes on this. When you're growing an agency, right? If you want to make 6 figures, sell life insurance. You can make 6 figures, definitely. You can make a high 6 figures, maybe even touch 7 figures, right? But if you want to make 7 to 8 figures and beyond, you have to learn how to sell the opportunity to sell life insurance. And what does this mean? This is, ever since I've heard this, like I've just been so excited because it's so good. Because to get to the 7-figure mark where you're making 7 figures passively, where you're making 7 figures residual income year after year after year, month after month after month, it comes with compounded growth. And I'm actually going to get into that in my 7th or 8th point. But if you want to make 7 figures, you have to get people excited, ready for the opportunity, wanting to go out and start making 6 figures, and teach other people, not just get excited, but teach them how to actually make 6 figures. Because if you can do that and you can teach the opportunity and sell the opportunity to make 7 figures, you can also, it'll turn you into a 7-figure earner. And so it comes through people. The thing that's beautiful about life insurance and the insurance industry is that it's very scalable at first, because you can scale your income very quickly by getting more leads, getting more people to talk to. But on the agency side, it's scaling through people. You have to scale through people. There's people that are doing e-commerce. One of my good friends, he does e-commerce, and it's super hard to get and find your winner. But once you do, it's easy to scale. You can be scaling and working 15 to 20 minutes a day, just checking the ad spends going well. And so it's scaling through people. So if you want to make 6 figures, you have to sell insurance. If you want to make 7 figures, sell the opportunity, sell insurance, and make 6 figures from home. So I love that because it's really changed my perspective on what is the goal here? What am I trying to do? What am I trying to accomplish? What do I need to get to 7 figures? And I need people to be able to make 6 figures, right? So, and doing that over and over and over again will allow me to hit 7 figures at some point. The next one, so this is point 5, and this is, you can give all the resources to people, but you don't know who's gonna commit. And here's what I mean is that, like, there's people that I'll bring in that are getting excited, that are like, yes, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to learn from you. I watch your YouTube channel. I've watched your TikToks or Instagram Reels or Facebook Reels, or I've seen your Facebook community or blah, whatever it is, right? And they're super excited, and then when push comes to shove, they don't commit, and you can't control who's gonna commit. And this was an internal struggle that I had for a while of like, hey, if I recruit people, if I really try to like bring people in and allow people the opportunity to grow and scale and like give them this amazing opportunity, what if people don't make it? And what I've come to realize is that there is a way to unethically recruit, but the reality is most people are not going to work as hard as they need to be successful. And there are people that work that at the level that they could succeed, but they just don't. And some people just don't work out. But the reality is you can't control who's going to commit, because I've surveyed the people on our team and the agents that we've been able to onboard, and they're saying that there's an abundance amount of resources. There's so much training. The culture is great. They're being able to have a community that they come into is great. Having a group chat that there's all the resources, having multiple group chats, having like constant things, like being able to like have direction. The course is very, very clear, And that's been the that's been the overwhelming response that I've gotten is, wow, this is very simple, this is very duplicatable, and I want to be able to help other people as well. How do I do this? How do I help other people? Like, this is very simple. I've had people that have reached out to me that it's like they weren't making money where they were, and all of a sudden they come, we start working together, and they're starting to make money. They're profitable from day one. But I can't control who's gonna commit and who's not, because the reality is when you're a 1099 contractor, you have the opportunity and the freedom to be a business owner, but also the coin, on the other side of the coin is that you have to be self-accountable. And I really try to help pull people's hands, but I can't make people commit. And it's hard sometimes seeing that, because I want people to win so bad. If you work with me, I want you to win so bad that I'm willing to go out of my way to be able to help you. But also, I can't make you commit. I can't make you succeed. I can't make you come in and want to do the work, because it is hard. It is hard to make money in insurance. It's very simple, but it's not easy. It's very, very simple. The path is straightforward. There's so many people that have done it, but also it's not easy. It's not easy work. It's not easy to like get hung up on a bunch. It's not easy to like get leads and not see a return, and getting leads again and again and again, but also it does work. And so this is kind of a side note, but a lot of people, like, what I wanted to do at the beginning is I wanted to reinvent the wheel. I wanted to create something new. I wanted to create something that, oh, okay, like I can do this, I can do that, I can onboard people this way or that way, but the reality is I was trying to reinvent the wheel. And one thing that I've been learning about especially building in general is, like, don't reinvent the wheel. People come in and they have crazy ideas. They want to do this, they want to do that, they want to recruit these types of people. But I'm like, what are you doing? Like, this system is very simple already. Like, it's simple to get people in to start making money, writing business, and help scale their agency. Like, it's very simple. And why are you trying to reinvent the wheel? Why are you trying to... Sometimes it just doesn't make sense, because I'm like, you're making things way more complicated than it should. And that's the mistake that I kept falling into, is that I made the mistake of complicating things when they shouldn't be complicated, of not following systems that have already been put in place, and being able to like help other people that, like, hey, I learned this lesson, this lesson, this lesson. All right, I'm gonna create a system for that for other agents. And then they're like, I'm gonna try this thing. I'm like, don't do that. And the reason that I say that with so much conviction is because I'm an agent too. I've been through the struggle. I've been where I'm not making money and I want to make money, and how do I help other people do that? I've been through that. That's why I created the system. But you have to just don't reinvent the wheel. Keep it super, super, super simple, because even the most simple things and the most simple systems are still going to be very complicated for people. So the less steps you can do to get people in to start making money, the quicker, the more that they'll get bought in. And this is another lesson that I've learned, is how, like, the thing that I'm trying to solve is, how do I get people to get a quick win early? Because the ones that come in and make first sales the first, second, third day, first week, are the ones that are like committed. They're there every morning role playing. They're there every morning when there's a training. They're there all day, every day, because they're committed to the process. They see the results that you could have if you plug into the system. And so the problem I've been trying to solve, and the thing that I've learned is, like, okay, I've seen success. There's the people who have seen the most success have seen a quick win. How can I help other people? How can I pretty much continue to make that experience for everybody else coming in? How can I get somebody from, literally the dream outcome is, how can I get people to onboard, like make the decision to onboard and get a commission check right away? Obviously that's not possible, but the reality is, for me, when I started writing Senior Life, I got onboarded, I got my writing number in 10 minutes, made a sale an hour later, and got a commission the next day. So I was bought in. Now I want to help other people do that. So that's just another lesson that I learned. One thing that I was thinking about today a lot, as I'm like in Orange Theory, is the person the goal of especially when you're building an agency, is being able to outlast your competition. And what do I mean by that? I was just thinking, like, if somebody from solar came into the insurance industry and started wanting to, like, hey, how do I start making money as an insurance agent? Like, it's going to be hard to compete with me or like people who have been in the industry 10, 15, 20 years, because there's so much knowledge and experience and learning curves that you have to go through at first. And it's like that compounds. And I think what a realization that I had a while ago is, like, the more that you can niche down, the more that you can say no to other opportunities, saying no to annuities, IULs, term, and just focusing on final expense all day, every day. How can I teach anybody to sell final expense policies? Is like, so that's kind of the realization that I had before. But there's on the other side is the more that you're narrowing down and you can stay in that narrow lane over and over and over and over again and outlast other people. Not many people can actually focus for that long. Not many people can stay focused and stay disciplined in one opportunity and go hard and hard and hard, rain or shine, whether it's easy or hard, like staying in the final expense space. And like, I've looked up to David Price, the fastest millionaire in the final expense industry. Like, I've seen him stay focused and committed to one opportunity, which is, how can I get more final expense policies sold? And the reality is, not many people are going to be able to compete in the final expense space with him, because he's been doing it for a long time. He's been doing it and staying committed and making decisions every single day. How can I get better and better and better? And what's cool is it compounds over time, and you start outlasting your competitors, because the reality is not many people can actually focus and stay disciplined for that long. And so I was thinking about it, I'm like, I need to just stay focused and committed and wake up every day thinking, how can I be the biggest and largest and the best final expense agency in the country, and just stay focused and disciplined and disciplined and disciplined in 5, 10, 15 years. Wake up and it's like, dang, this is crazy what we've been able to build together. And so if you want to, like, really, one thing, like, the lesson in this is, the more that you can niche down and stay consistent, the likelihood is that you're going to win is pretty much close to none, because there's not many other competitors, because you pretty much are eliminating them one by one. The higher that you get up, the longer that you stay in, boom, 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 people start falling off, and boom, all of a sudden you win because everybody quit. So it was just something, like, it's literally a hack in the game of, if you want to stay committed, if you want to win, just stay committed to one goal, one outcome, one dream. The next one, and there's only 3 left, and so stick to the end. If you haven't already, subscribe down below and share this with a friend if you find it valuable, but make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. And also, if you're trying to work with the fastest growing agency in the final expense space, click the link down below, and I would love to be able to have a conversation with you about that. So the next one, it's something that I'm super passionate about, is content. And the people that are most excited to work with me, and the best people that I love, like, if I could, I'd just work only with people who have watched my YouTube channel, because the value and the asset that is, of people being able to see, like, who I am and pick different pieces apart of, like, oh, I like this, I know this about you, I know this about you. I don't have to, like, try to sell somebody the opportunity to work with me. It's more like, are they the right fit for the agency? And if so, great. If not, cool. Like, keep watching those videos and then be able to get to a place that you can work with me, right? So here's the lesson in all this that I've learned is, or what I really like, is that content compounds over and 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 over again. A lot of people love Medicare, love health insurance because of the residual income, but think about residual attention, to where you make a video 6 months ago and somebody finds you from there, and all of a sudden they start watching all your content and binging your content and go down the loophole of who Johnny Nitafan is, or whoever it is, right? Who these people are, and you start learning different things about this person, and all of a sudden it's like, I want to work with you. How do I work with you? What I've realized about those people are they're in it for the long game, and they're committed from day one because one, they already know the proof of concept, so they're willing to listen a lot more. And secondly, and I honestly don't want to give this away, but I think it's so good that it's hard for me not to, because I want you guys to like succeed and win at a high level, and it'd be awesome to do it together. But the people who have watched my YouTube channel or who watch my content, especially the YouTube, but like now it's like we're posting on all platforms like daily, multiple times, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, like those people who have seen and watched and like have been listening for a while and finally want to start working with me are committed, and they're the ones that are in it for the long run. Even if they may not see success right away, they're still committed because they know, hey, I've seen Johnny go through this transformation, which hasn't been crazy, but hey, I've been seeing you post videos for 6 months straight. I want to work with you. Imagine, wow, like your YouTube channel is this good. How can I get a taste? How can I get inside scoop? How can I spend a lot of time with you? And it's really cool because it's helped me. It's just really awesome. Like honestly, I wish I could only work with people who've just seen my YouTube videos, because then it would just be a bunch of people who are committed, who are ready to work, who have the same belief system and mindset of me and the business that I'm pretty much being able to train from the start on how to sell final expense insurance. So then it's like, okay, just plug into our system. It's the same thing as the YouTube videos, and now you get it on a larger scale because you get training from me daily. And not just like through a YouTube video, but I actually get to hear your recordings and hear your calls and be like, hey, critique this, critique that, boom, profitable. So if you're just starting out, I wish I would have documented my journey earlier. And I've been documenting the journey for a good bit now. If you guys haven't already, like go back. I've been documenting my journey for about a year now. I wish I would have started right away, right after I got my license. I wish I would have like gotten all this stuff and like been documenting from then, because man, like I wish people would have been able to see that stuff, because it's cool to see people like see the transformation in somebody, and then you follow them more and more because of that. So highly recommend creating a YouTube channel. Nobody's gonna watch it at first, but that's okay. It's just like anything. You're not gonna be good at the start, but commit to the process, because when somebody says, hey, you're making $10,000 a month, like that's awesome. Somebody wants to listen to you. Your voice is needed, but it's gonna take time to really find your voice on YouTube. So, but hey, I made $10,000 a month this month. This month was hard. Like I learned this lesson. Well, the person that you're most qualified to help is the person who you used to be. So for me, I always think of what would I tell myself a year ago or a month ago or a day ago, right? So that's just something that I think is a hack. I wish I would have started a YouTube channel and invested a bunch into YouTube, because it's organic. It's just the highest quality person to work with. So definitely recommend that. I got 2 more, and this one goes back to pretty much with the YouTube channel, but it's being able, how can you get in a vehicle? How do you pick a vehicle that compounds on itself? And so to be able to find a vehicle that like you can make 6 figures your first year, and all of a sudden like you can make high 6 figures, and then you make 7 figures the next year, and then multi 7 figures, and then 8 figures, and it keeps going up because it compounds over time. YouTube is a vehicle that compounds on itself. So when you're looking for an opportunity that may be right for you, you have to think of what is going to compound on itself, that I'm going to get paid over and over and over again multiple times, even when I don't have to work. It's called residuals, right? So when I thought about an opportunity, YouTube was a great thing, because now people are finding out about me that I posted a video of 6 months ago, and I'm still getting rewarded more and more and more now. So I'm getting the impressions on this video, but also I'm getting impressions on videos that I put out throughout the past 6 months, and then more people can find me and they find what they like. So it's a compounding vehicle that is like the biggest asset that I have. So find something, find an avenue that does compound on itself, that the lessons that you learn can help continue to propel you moving forward. And the last one is that building is a long game. And this is the biggest lesson that I would say that I've learned, because the recruiting side is, this is what was challenging for me, because as a producer, and I still am a producer, and I'm still like, today sold like 2 policies, the other day sold like, I sell constantly 1 to 2 policies a day still, but my focus is more on how do I help other people get to 1 to 2 policies a day, because that'll create freedom. Now, in terms of the long game, sales is addicting because there's so much quick feedback. Oh, I make a sale today, get a deposit tomorrow. Make a sale today, get a deposit tomorrow. And it's a quick feedback loop. Bang, 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 bang. I figure out what works, what doesn't. Okay, I can work that, use that on the next one. But building, you don't see that right away. You don't see the money right away. You don't get that quick feedback loop in terms of getting people to, or in terms of like making overrides and really growing an agency that you can live on passively for a little bit. So it's hard because the feedback loop takes a little bit. But what I'm starting to learn is, and this is some advice that I've been given, is that you have to, it's gonna take a little bit longer to, one, get that feedback, but you also have to distract yourself from like, it's easy to just change courses, but you have to just stay committed to the opportunity. You have to stay committed to the opportunity, into one thing, into the long game and what you're wanting, because if you can fall in love with the actions that help you be successful, it's just, you win the game. And here's why, because if I commit to, and if I start enjoying the process of growing the agency and doing the actions that it takes to be successful, and I really enjoy doing that, then I'm gonna continue doing it more and more and more and more and more. And so commit to the long game. If you want, like, what the biggest thing here is that as I'm learning, the agency growing the agency is a long game, so I have to stay committed to it. So I'm gonna give you one more bonus one. You gotta enjoy what you are doing. You gotta enjoy like what you're like. You have to enjoy the process, because and some people may disagree. Drop in the comments if you agree or disagree on this one, because if not, it can easily get tedious and tiring, and it can become a drag, and that's where burnout can happen. And so I'm not saying you have to find something that you're passionate about, but it has to be something that really feeds your passion, like feeds something, feeds a desire that you have, the desire to be great, the desire to like help people. There's got to be a bigger why driving you that allows for that, right? Because for me, talking to people all day, pretty much losing my voice, talking to people, getting people excited for the opportunity of them not coming to the calls and not coming to the meetings and not getting it, like not doing the things properly and having to answer the same question 30 times in a day is not enjoyable. But I tied it to what is my life going to look like in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now? What's that going to allow for my family when we do have kids at some point, and when my wife and I are traveling the world and not having to work every single day, but we can travel, we can experience life. We don't have to worry about making money, but we can really fully commit to things that we love doing. I think that's what really drives me. And so it's easy to get distracted on other people's visions for your life, and I've fallen into that constantly. But the thing here is like, okay, what do I want? Map it out. And the agency route, the reason why I chose the agency route and like starting to recruit again is because it's really going to provide what I really want in life, so that I don't have to work to make money anymore. I can work for what I want and what I want to really do in life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really honestly liked making this video, being able to like share with you guys the lessons that I'm learning with the recruiting and building an agency. And it takes time. It's not easy, but it's very simple, and you just have to stay focused, stay the course. And so I appreciate you guys watching, and please like and subscribe down below. Share this with a friend if you found it valuable. And I really appreciate you guys. I want to see you guys win at a super high level, whether you're in the industry or not, whether you're on my team or not. I just want to see you guys win at a super high level. So I hope this helps. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.